everyone, this is Rose Gold, and today we're getting into part 5 of what Naruto was experimented on. As always, like, subscribe, comment, and join the Discord, or I pull out the Rasen gun on you, but now let's get straight into part 5. When the Toad looked at Naruto and nodded in agreement, this was the boy, and then proceeded to take Naruto with him. When the old Toad, who was named Fukusaku, and Naruto arrived at the fountain, he started to explain what they would be doing and how nature energy in general works. Natural energy is everywhere, but only people trained by sage creatures, like me, are able to use it, and if you fail, the old toad pointed at a stone frog statue. That'll be you. Well, that was pretty terrifying, Naruto thought to himself, but quickly began Sage All-Enhanced training. The training went very well, as Naruto's body seemed to have been made to absorb natural energy, which pleased Fukusaku greatly. But there was one thing that Naruto could not get over. He had to eat what Fukusaku's wife made, which was, well, it was toad food, which did taste good, but he wasn't about that bug eating life, so he tried to blank out during mealtime just so he didn't starve. When Naruto mastered Sage Oil Enhanced Sage Mode, Fukusaku was so pleased that he gave Naruto a very special gift, Jiraiya's first book. Then he gave him a break of training to read it, which made Naruto very happy, having him bow as a thank you and running so he can read. When he got done, he saw the signature and a picture of Jiraiya, which made him tear up, but he quickly wiped it away. He didn't have time for crying. Fukusaku smiled at Naruto until starting the real Sage Mode training. Not even Jiraiya had fully completed this in the many years he had been training. This training was a lot harder, as Naruto had to not only balance on very spiky mountains, but meditate a ton, and a lot of other things, in keeping and of course keeping natural energy in check. A lot of other things were in this as well. But like we know, this boy was a prodigy. He had learned Sage Mode in about 2 weeks and used the last week to perfect it even more, now having control of it, rivaling even War Arc Naruto. Meaning, he could close his eyes, meditate, he would enter Sage Mode. As Naruto finally returned to the village he loved so much, he realized how destructive the Akatsuki truly were. The entire village was gone. Tsunade was, however, still alive, and when Naruto asked where Konohamaru and Kakashi were, she was completely silent. But that's all he needed to know, and just nodded. However, inside, his rage was bubbling up as the fight began. He activated not only Sage Mode, but this curse mark as well, creating something like highly enhanced Sage Mode, or what I would have liked to call it, Sage Mode squared. And suddenly he was gone. Even Pain was highly surprised at this, as none of his path of pain could see him until suddenly one pair of eyes was gone. What? How? How could this happen? The animal path was gone now, right after the human path was completely destroyed. Of course, the other paths were now looking around in a frantic, and actually caught a glimpse of Naruto until that vision was gone as well. 3 paths remain. Suddenly, Naruto slowed down a bit as he had to deactivate the curse mark for a second to stop it from spreading too much, and one pain caught him. The Diva Path walked over and tried to pin him down to the ground, but Naruto was already gone, having killed the last 2 paths of pain, leaving only him and the Diva Path there. Suddenly, Naruto was pulled toward the Diva Path, not just him. After Naruto was pinned to the ground, Pain walked over to the 2 toads, using the almighty pull, killing Fukusaku with a rod. Naruto's anger was mounting and he was about to break, as suddenly Hinata ran over with her new jutsu. He was very glad to see her and thought she might actually stand a chance with this, but she was killed almost instantly. Pain didn't want to be as dumb as before and was a lot more careful, seeing how powerful Naruto was. And when Naruto saw this, the only emotion he could feel was anger. His skin was tearing off, and his eyes were white circles. After a while of hateful chakra engulfing the young boy, there stood a seven-tailed version of Naruto who started to fight with pain. Bones had formed on the young boy, looking like a fox's, making it very clear what beast was inside this one. But the one making up most of the power was not just the Nine Tails, but Naruto was contributing a hell of a good amount as well. Now, Pain was a lot more careful than before, so he quickly used the planetary devastation and trapping Naruto, whose rage and anger made him transform into the 8th version, which made him look like a furless Nine Tails. Suddenly, Naruto appeared in the mindscape. His eyes are completely red. Open the seal. I'll kill Pain for you. Then Nine spoke to Naruto, hoping that he would so he can finally escape. As Naruto agreed, he tried to open the cage, but someone stopped him. Minato Namikaze was looking at his son, smiling. Now I'm going to be ending this part off once more using my cliffhanger no jutsu. This was Rose Gold, and I am out.